it's really good to meet everybody that's involved in all the open source projects that we interact with, because I don't get to see them but once a year. And that's kind of the whole premise of ClueCon, is to get all of the open source people together, kind of brainstorm, talk about ideas, come up with some new technology. FreeSWITCH was born at the very first ClueCon. We didn't have FreeSWITCH. So the idea was born at the very first ClueCon in 2005, and it just kind of snowballed from there. We announced it in 2006 at the Omni, but the community's grown. We've got a lot of people that get involved. I think our code base is one of the fastest moving ones out there. There's commits there's hundreds of commits a day to the code base. So I think it's important to get people together, and ClueCon's what that's for, is to get those people together and get them involved and engage them. A lot of people learn a lot here. Some people just come here to meet us and interact with us and ask us questions. And for example, yesterday Christian posted a question on the mailing list, and I saw it hit the mailing list, and I turned around and answered it in person. I was like, yeah, we can do that. So and he actually responded to the mailing list post. I asked this question, and I got a verbal response within a minute of asking it on the mailing list. So he was very, very pleased with that. This is more about the community, this conference is. We don't do this to make money. In fact, we don't make money at this. This is solely to get people together. A lot of really good things have come out of this conference. Our relationship with Sangoma, the free TDM project came out of it as well. I want to make really cool things to give away for free. And that's my big motivation. I did a lot of work with the speech recognition in FreeSWITCH, and I even paid out of my own pocket to have the developer of the MRCP project integrate Flight and Pocket Sphinx as pluggable modules into his server application, so we could talk to it and make it scale better with FreeSWITCH. And I also wrote the Pocket Sphinx module that is in FreeSWITCH right now for doing speech recognition. And it's not that great. It's good for small projects, small vocabularies, yes/no questions, things like that. It does really well at. And most people, that's all they need if they design their application correctly. They don't need anything complex. Well, I'm a little biased on this one because the most exciting thing we've done this year is the coup d'etat with Barracuda Networks. The entire FreeSWITCH team is employed by Barracuda Networks, and they fund and help the FreeSWITCH project, and we're building the coup d'etat product for Barracuda, which we use internally at Barracuda as well. Now, that's one of the most exciting things we've done this year, and that's the most exciting thing I've seen here at the conference. And it was a lot of fun doing. I mean, we're not done yet. We got a lot more fun to have with this. I really think we're going to see a lot of, we have a lot of stuff to do with mobile data right now going on, but I think we're going to see an explosion of that as the more 4G networks launch. There's going to be more interesting things you'll be able to do with data and mobile applications. I think that's going to be very important, and I think it's going to move beyond just voice. It's going to be, the augmented reality stuff is really interesting to me. You can walk around with your phone with a camera and point it at a building and see, things people have tagged and see what the building is and directions and things like that. I think it's all going to come together. I think voice is becoming less of a requirement for the everyday person. I don't know about you, but I don't use the telephone that much. Now, I use it for work, but in my personal life, I don't use the telephone that much. It's more data-oriented information. I pull more things up via my iPhone than I do, calling somebody and asking for directions. It's just simpler. I think the devices are going to get smarter. We're going to have things that are going to know that, hey, you're in Chicago, and you want to eat dinner, what's nearby, and it'll just magically know, it's near dinner time, and you look at your phone and here's a list of places to go eat. Things are going to start happening for you automatically based on your patterns of usage and things like that, I think. It's very interesting. Just go to ClueCon.com, call the number if you have questions. I answer the phone right now. It rings my cell phone, but I answer that 24/7. If somebody calls and I happen to be available, I will answer the call, and I'll answer any questions you have about the conference. If you have any ideas that you want to bring to the conference or anything, just call me, talk about it. Get involved. That's what's important. Well, I've already started planning next year's event. I mean, this went really well here at Trump. takes about a year to do this. We've got three people really that help, and I do the bulk of the negotiating of the contract, getting everything set up and running, and try to glue it all together by the time the dates arrive. So it's a lot of fun. It's very stressful some days because you've got the event plus my daily work plus the FreeSWITCH open source stuff. So there's a lot of work to do, not enough hours in the day.